Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. This channel offers guided fantasies inspired by romance, literature, and history. Imagine stepping into a garden party straight out of the 1920s, a world of shimmering gowns, golden twilight, and the sultry rhythm of jazz. This is your chance to escape the everyday and lose yourself in an unforgettable evening of elegance and romance. Ready? Then follow me down the rabbit hole. Old friends, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself transported back in time to a garden party on a warm summer evening in the 1920s, at the height of the Gatsby-era. The air is thick with enchantment, carrying the sweet aroma of roses, lilacs, and freshly cut grass. The grand estate before you is alive with light and sound, its expansive windows glowing golden against the soft twilight. Around you, laughter bubbles like champagne, mingling with the clink of glasses and the low hum of flirtation drifting through the sultry evening. You feel radiant, energetic, but poised. Your dress, a shimmering champagne gown, clings to your body, the beads and sequins catching the light like tiny flames. The fabric whispers against your skin with every graceful movement. Your hair, arranged in elegant waves, glints under the soft glow of lanterns, and a jeweled comb sparkles like a hidden treasure. Tonight, you are exuding a confidence that feels as intoxicating as the champagne on your lips. You wander through the party, your senses heightened. The warmth of bodies, the flicker of candlelight, the soft brush of silk against your arm as others pass. It all feels electric. Your heart races in time with the music as you make your way toward the dance floor, pulled by its magnetic energy. The lively rhythm of the jazz band thrums in your chest, inviting you to lose yourself in its spell. As you twirl and laugh among the crowd, you feel it, that prickling awareness of being watched. You glance across the room, and your breath catches. There, leaning against a marble pillar, stands a man who seems carved from shadow and light. His tuxedo fits him like a second skin, the dark fabric emphasizing the sharp cut of his jaw and the broad lines of his shoulders. His dark eyes soften as they meet yours, and his lips curve into a slow, knowing smile. You recognize him instantly. It's him, the man you once adored in secret. The one who seemed unattainable, a figure of wit and charm who lived in the edges of your dreams. But tonight, his gaze is fixed solely on you, and there's no mistaking the spark of recognition or the heat in his eyes. He crosses the room, every step deliberate, every movement commanding. When he reaches you, he bows slightly, his voice a low rumble as he speaks. I'd almost forgotten how beautiful you are, he murmurs, his words a caress that sends a shiver down your spine. Almost. You never used to notice, you reply, your voice soft but steady. His laugh is warm and rich, and his eyes gleam with amusement. Then I was a fool, he says, his tone turning serious. But I'd like to make up for it, starting now. The music shifts, the band launching into an upbeat swing number, and he extends his hand. Dance with me? You don't hesitate, your fingers slipping into his. His touch is firm, yet gentle. His skin warm against yours as he leads you onto the dance floor. The world around you blurs as he spins you into the rhythm, your bodies moving in perfect harmony. His hand presses against the small of your back, guiding you with an ease that makes you feel weightless. You're acutely aware of him, the strength in his hold, the scent of his cologne, a tantalizing blend of cedar and spice. You laugh as he twirls you, the hem of your dress swirling around your legs, softly caressing your skin. Then, just as your pulse begins to race faster, the band slows into a sultry, romantic tune. The guests around you blur into the background, their laughter and chatter, dimming as if the universe has narrowed to just the two of you. He hesitates, his hand lingering at your waist as the music draws you together. For a moment, he seems caught between holding you closer or letting go. When his fingers finally slide lower, resting on the curve of your hip, it feels as though the breath has been stolen from your lungs. Your bodies move in perfect synchrony, swaying to the slow, seductive rhythm. The warmth of his hand seeps through the thin fabric of your gown, igniting your skin beneath it. The heat between you is palpable, crackling like an unspoken promise. The scent of him, rich, woodsy, and laced with a hint of spice, wraps around you like an intimate whisper, mingling with the lingering perfume of jasmine in the night. Your fingers curl against his shoulder, feeling the strength beneath the crisp fabric of his tuxedo. His other hand clasps yours, gently but with purpose, as though anchoring you to him in a moment that feels too fleeting, too fragile to last. The music slows further, the notes melting into one another like honey, and the world around you dissolves. There's only the delicious friction of his body brushing against yours, and the magnetic pull of his gaze. His eyes hold yours, dark and smoldering, his expression unreadable, yet utterly consuming. "You're fascinating," he murmurs, his voice low and thick, barely audible above the music. The words vibrate through you, landing somewhere deep in your chest. A nervous flutter blooms in your stomach, but you don't break the connection. Instead, you tilt your head slightly, your voice soft and teasing. Is that what you tell all your dance partners? His lips quirk into a crooked smile, but there's an intensity in his eyes that betrays his seriousness. "No," he says, his tone dropping. "Just you." The moment hangs in the air, heavy and sweet, before the music fades into silence. He doesn't let go of you, his hand lingering on your waist, as if reluctant to release you. The faint murmur of applause from the other dancers barely registers. Instead, you're caught in the quiet tension between you, a question unspoken but unmistakable. His fingers brush against yours as he pulls back slightly, his voice soft but intent. "Walk with me?" You nod, your breath catching as he takes your hand and leads you off the dance floor. The cool night air greets you like a welcome reprieve, caressing your heated skin as you step into the lush gardens surrounding the estate. The sounds of the party fade, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft chirping of crickets. The moonlight bathes everything in a silver glow, casting long shadows across the winding paths. Your gown shimmers faintly under the light, and you feel his eyes on you again, drinking you in with an intensity that makes your pulse quicken. Neither of you speaks as you wander deeper into the garden, the silence between you heavy with anticipation. When you reach a secluded archway, draped in cascading wisteria, he finally stops. He turns to face you fully, his gaze searching yours, as if trying to memorize every detail. His hands rise slowly, almost hesitantly, until they frame your face. His touch is warm, his thumbs brushing lightly against your cheeks, sending shivers down your spine. "I used to wonder about you," he says, his voice barely above a whisper. "What you'd become, who you'd become, and now, here you are." His words stir something deep inside you, an ache you hadn't realized you'd been carrying. Before you can respond, his lips find yours, and everything else falls away. The kiss is slow at first, exploratory, his lips soft and insistent against yours. But it quickly deepens, growing more urgent, more consuming. His hands slide down to your waist, pulling you against him, and your fingers tangle in his hair, the silky strands slipping through your grasp. The taste of champagne lingers on his lips, mingling with the salt of your own skin, and the heat between you builds, impossible to ignore. Every sense is heightened. The rough texture of his jacket beneath your fingertips, the cool night air against your exposed skin, the heady scent of flowers and cologne enveloping you both. The kiss becomes an unspoken conversation, a release of years of longing, regret, and unfulfilled desires. When you finally break apart, both of you are breathless, your foreheads resting against each other's. His hands remain on your waist, his grip firm but tender, as if afraid to let go too soon. "I don't think I can go back inside just yet," he says softly, a faint smile playing on his lips. "Not without another taste of this." You laugh quietly, your voice husky with emotion. "Maybe we don't have to go back at all," you tease, though you both know you eventually will. He leans in again, brushing his lips against yours in a kiss that is softer this time, more deliberate, as if savoring every moment. When you finally return to the party, the music and laughter seem distant, irrelevant, compared to the fire still smoldering between you. But his hand remains in yours, a silent promise that this connection, this night, is far from over. Open your eyes and let this feeling of passion, connection, and possibility stay with you as you return to the present. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed this video and felt transported to a world of imagination and beauty. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I upload new guided fantasies every week, so there's always something new to explore. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more relaxing or exciting immersive experiences. Also, if you have some ideas or themes I can write about, or tips to improve my videos in the future, please feel free to let me know in the comments or send me a quick email. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.